Hey guys, and welcome back to this Chelsea FIFA 19 career mode. The real journey, the real hard work starts today as we get our league campaign underway. We had a good pre-season, we were runners-up in the American Challenge Cup, and then we comfortably beat City in the Community Shield. So we'll be staying on ultimate difficulty for the remainder of this career mode. The transfer window is of course still open, so I've been reading through the comments and a lot of you are suggesting that we transfer list Gary Cahill. I read an article on Twitter yesterday saying that he feels as though he's going to need to leave Chelsea in the near future to add to his playing time, and I feel like we can sort of speed up that process. You can see his contract expires in 11 months anyway, so Gary Cahill is the latest person to be added to the transfer list. Speaking of inbound players, comments-wise, I've been reading through again, and Milan, I had to Google how to pronounce this, Milan Skriniar is the most commonly mentioned centre-back. Slovak, Inter Milan, very young, 85 rated overall already at just 23 years of age. Definitely one for us to look to bring in, but his high valuation could be a stumbling block, so maybe Cahill is going to have to depart before we can get this guy in. Or David Luiz could be departing. Fenerbahce have come back in with a bid of 15 million. Not enough for me to let a player of David Luiz's quality go. I know a lot of you say we should be playing Christensen over Luiz, but I don't think that's the case yet. Maybe over the course of the season, as we play more games in more competitions, Christensen will get more game time and hopefully surpass David Luiz. It is time though to put transfer business to the back of our mind because we've got to focus. It's the first game of the league season away to Huddersfield, so very much a winnable fixture. However, also a potential banana skin. But drop a thumbs up if you're looking forward to this. Give us a bit of good luck as well, and let's jump straight in and see if we can kick off our league campaign with all 3 points. Player rotation is definitely going to be key for us this year, not only in terms of keeping all the players happy, but keeping team spirit up. We've got a star-studded bench. It was really difficult for me to pick the starting 11 for this game. Let's have a look at the Huddersfield team then first of all. It looks as though it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation for them. Mounier starting up top is going to be the main danger. Pritchard playing just behind him, but we should have enough about us, even with the big name players that we've had to leave out of the starting 11, to get up all 3 points today and get off to a winning start. I had to make some real tough decisions. You'll see as the team comes up here. No place in the starting 11 for Wilfried Zaha. We are sticking with the 4-2-3-1 formation that served us so well in pre-season with Kante and Jorginho holding. Like I said, player rotation is going to be key to get everybody game time, keep morale high and get everybody happy. Icardi leading the line with Barkley behind him. I expect the games to be a lot harder than they were in pre-season. Now we're into competitive mode as well, but it's not like that to stop us. Here's Barkley, who had a very good Community Shield, and he picks out Eden Hazard with a great ball. Hazard playing wide on the left today, but he's got to be stronger than that. Hazard inside, nice layoff by Icardi. Here's Ross Barkley, creates half a yard for the shot and drills one very close to that bottom corner indeed. Great little touch to create half a yard for himself, and look how close that was. In-game atmosphere is absolutely awesome. The crowd are very much involved. It really does feel like a great atmosphere here away at Huddersfield. They'll be bang up for it, of course, but we're on the front foot. Here's Icardi, rolls the ball left. Eden Hazard on his left foot. Can he drill one across goal? It's saved, and it's cleared away. 2 good chances early on inside the opening 10 minutes. Good challenge from Rudiger. Kante, though, can't get there ahead of Hogg, who plays the ball through, and Huddersfield could be in with an opportunity here. Kachunga. What an effort, by the way. Very little backlift, generated a lot of power. Good save by Ariza Balaga. By the way, I know it's Kepa Arrizabalaga, but because he plays in goal, I was trying to be funny, call him keeper. I'll stop doing that. Corner, whipped in towards that penalty spot. Danger area header goes just wide. So a couple of early chances for both teams. It's not going to be easy to pick up any wins. No givens in the Premier League. There are no gimmies. You've really got to be on the top of your game. Jorginho here finds Eden Hazard. Got Icardi inside. Jorginho on the edge of the box. Can we pick him out? We can, but the shot was a tame one. It's a good ball into the space. Luckily, Rudiger has got some pace about him, and he's got there. Good strength, great defending from the centre-back. Can we build an attack here just by moving the ball quickly? Here's Jorginho. He's got Icardi and Hazard ahead of him. He's going to go left and look for Eden Hazard, who's definitely going to get there. What can we do here? He wants to cut inside, ideally. Does. Finesses one, hits the post, and it comes back out to you-know-who. Ross Barkley in that cam roll was fantastic, like I said, in the Community Shield. And he gets our first league goal of the campaign here inside 27 minutes. It's a great start for us. Hazard done really well here. I could have just carried on going on the left side, but I wanted it on his stronger right foot. And Barkley very nearly kicked it at the man in the goal line. He could have put it anywhere, but he drilled it pretty much straight at his head. Barkley's one of those players where there was like question marks over whether I start him or whether I start Wilfried Zaha or even the likes of Kovacic and Fabregas in a midfield three. But we kept our faith in Ross Barkley, and once again, it's paid off. And Hazard's spacing and movement is causing all sorts of problems here for Huddersfield down this left-hand side, but this time they deal with it. Huddersfield put an attack of their own together. Ball goes lofted in towards the far post. Azpilicueta kind of half clears. Barkley helps it on to Icardi. Finds Pedro. Very good pre-season. That's why he's keeping Willian on the bench. And that is a disgusting tackle. Yeah, I just feel like Pedro should start on merit. I do feel like Willian is probably the better player. And a lot of you are asking where Willian is in our starting 11. But when Pedro had the pre-season that he did, what a move, by the way. Barkley could be in again. He dinks it over the goalkeeper and into the side netting. He gets his second goal of the campaign. Unbelievable finish from Ross Barkley. Pedro there into the feet of Kante, I think it was. He laid it off, and Barkley with the cheekiest of dinks gets that ball up over the goalkeeper and into the far corner. I think he thought I was going to drill it low. He'll be quite disappointed with himself there, the keeper. Azpilicueta finds Barkley, now on a hat-trick, of course. Pedro into Icardi, looks for Hazard. Hazard somehow keeps possession. N'Golo Kante could be in it. Could be 3-0. Could be 3 already. N'Golo Kante, 3-0. What on earth is going on here? Huddersfield 0, Chelsea 3. We've not even played 45 minutes yet. And Kante doesn't do that. Not on his left foot. It's a brilliant finish. It's probably the only time he'll do that all season. But he had the pace to just break away. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. N'Golo Kante looks over the top for Pedro. We have just got the beating of this Huddersfield side all over the pitch. Pedro here cuts it back. Barkley on a hat-trick. First time effort. Saved by the keeper. Jorginho. And the half-time whistle goes. And to be honest, I could not have asked for a better opening 45 minutes to this league campaign. Especially that man, Ross Barkley. What a shift he just put in. 2 goals for himself. Could have had a hat-trick. Now in pre-season, we had a habit of being good in the first half and poor in the second. I don't want that to be a thing in the regular season. I want to continue to be clinical and get as many goals as we can. Pedro into Icardi. It would be nice for him to get on the score sheet. Can't come much closer to doing so. He hits the outside of the post to try and get a foot in. I just want to contain him. I don't want to pull all the players out of position. And Jorginho now could release Mauro Icardi. Could he open his Chelsea account here? Doesn't quite have the pace and the strength just to get away from the defender. So maybe the one thing lacking from his game is that blistering pace that some strikers have. Would have been through there. There was also a lot of questions in the comments about Jorginho and whether he's got a face scan or not. There is your answer. Just thought I'd zoom in to show those of you that are interested. Hogg plays a nice switch of play to the right-hand side. Huddersfield in the ascendancy here. Pritchard. Nice 1-2. Pritchard might have a go from here. Little step over. David Luiz gets the foot in and Marcos Alonso gets the block in just in time. And we clear the ball away. But Huddersfield definitely coming into this game in the second period. Alonso rolls the ball down the line for Eden Hazard. Icardi makes a run ahead of his man. Can Icardi get there and finish? Oh, Mauro Icardi opens his Chelsea account in style. And that is definitely game, set and match. It's 4-0 and we've still got about half an hour to play. I think I need to work on my celebrations. That one was bang average for a goal of that magnitude. Great ball from Hazard with the outside of his foot. And that is a perfectly placed finish. We're going to use that opportunity to make a double change. Wilfried Zaha's going to make his Premier League debut for us. And also Willian is going to come on and replace Pedro. Bit of fresh legs on the wing as well. Huddersfield coming forward again. They've been better in the second half and they're throwing more numbers forward now. Hogg with a sloppy pass. That was a real chance for them to break there, but they wasted it. Oh, N'Golo Kante wins the ball back. Looks for Icardi. Icardi's got Zaha running ahead of him. Could it be a debut goal as well for Wilfried Zaha? Touch was a bit heavy and he blazes it over. Here comes Meunier. Looking for a consolation goal, Huddersfield, but their final pass has been horrific. That is a great defensive header from Azpilicueta. And Zaha releases Icardi, who I think is offside, yes. Meunier. Got runners up with him this time. Aaron Moy plays the ball to the right-hand side. Ball is played out wide. Alonso got a bit fortunate there because I dived in a bit early. Is the ball going to come into the box? Here's Pritchard taking on N'Golo Kante, and that is something you should know better. You do not do that. He will take the ball off you. We can spread the ball away, and we've got just a minute or so plus stoppage time remaining. Azpilicueta storming forward with the ball. Space inside. Jorginho finds Zaha. Fresh legs. Might want to run at players. Here is Kante. Rolls it left. Oh, that's a waste. Huddersfield coming forward, but that has pretty much summed their passing up all game long. The full-time whistle goes. Could not have asked for a better start. Really couldn't. 4-0. New boy, new striker opening his goal tally. Those away fans are delighted. Transfer offer off the back of that game for N'Golo Kante. 81 million from PSG. I'm sorry, even though that is an absolutely amazing deal, he is indispensable to this club. I could negotiate and ask for like 200 mil, but I don't want to sell him. Reject offer. There we go. First transfer offer received then for Gary Cahill. It's come from Lazio. Not the biggest offer in the world, but you have to remember he is transfer listed. Valued at 9 million. They've offered 8.4. I think that is enough to kind of accept it. The only reason I'm selling Cahill this early on is because he's openly said that he's thinking about leaving Chelsea in real life. So if that's the case, we're not going to keep him around as cover. If he was happy to be a bit part player, then I'd be happy to keep him in the squad. But that 8.4 million will come in handy. Let's accept that offer for Gaz. Confirmation that that move has been completed. Very swift, very efficient transfer business. 6.5 million added to our budget. One step closer to Milan Skriniar. Also in our second fixture now, Arsenal are going to give us a much tougher test than Huddersfield. We know that, no disrespect to them, but Arsenal, much better side, a lot more quality in the ranks. We have got home advantage though, so looking forward to playing our first home league game of the season at Stamford Bridge. Again, very, very, very tough to pick the starting 11, but that man you see in picture there warming up is amongst the starters today. Oh, look at this. Beautiful animation. It's exactly what Stamford Bridge looks like, of course. The stadiums look incredible here on FIFA 19, as do these graphics. Chelsea versus Arsenal coming up next. Thought I'd show you the starting 11s on this screen just in case the Premier League graphics get me a copyright strike like they did last year. I just want to make sure that's not the case. It's a 4-2-3-1, just the one change to our starting 11. Willian in to replace Pedro. Really wanted to get the youngsters involved, but I don't feel as though this is the game to do it. We're going to have plenty of fixtures though, going to have plenty of time to get them some game time to help their development. Arsenal playing a 4-2-3-1 formation of their own. Lacazette leading the line up top. No Aubameyang, which is quite surprising for me. Like I said, pre-match, expecting a much tougher test than the one that Huddersfield gave us, and already Arsenal on the front foot, but we're going to clear our lines. Arsenal very, very good at keeping possession here in this game. Quick passing, short passing, it's kind of drawing me out of position. Just need to make sure we hold our shape and don't allow any spaces in behind the defence. Here's Granit Xhaka, plays the ball inside. Look at the space for El Nene. Kante trying to come across here. Granit Xhaka finds Özil, chips it up, goes for the volley spectacularly. Luckily, it was straight at Aretha Balaga. Jorginho into Kante. Kante drills one wide to Willian. Lays it off. This is nice. This is much better tempo about our play. Willian taking on his man. Back to Aspi. Barkley lays it off one more. Hazard touch inside and it was taken off him. Here's Willian looking for an early cross. Not a lot of height in the box. Oh, it's a risky header from Socrates. He's conceded the corner. If anything comes of this, he'll be disappointed. Hazard delivery. David Luiz's bullet header, and we've made Arsenal pay for their mistakes. David Luiz, the man who a lot of people in the comments are saying we should replace with Christensen. I feel like that's going to happen, but not just yet, especially while he keeps scoring goals like that. Great delivery. All come about from that Arsenal mistake. You can't make mistakes at this level. You will be punished. Ross Barkley's got Willian running ahead of him, and we could be in again. We could make it two. What on earth is going on? Willian on his right foot, tight angle, drives it past Petr Cech, and it's 2 goals in 3 minutes here for Chelsea, and we are flying. That was an incredible finish. The power he's generated on that, it's actually hit the roof of the net. There is not a lot any keeper could do about that. Actually, I don't know, he's kind of fallen backwards, hasn't he? Honestly, this is on ultimate difficulty. I'm not kidding you guys. Seem to be finding it a little bit too comfortable for my liking so far. Is that snow behind the goal, by the way? Have we got snow behind the goal in what is essentially August, the summer? Jorginho with space. Icardi makes a good run. Icardi's been found. He's been forced a little wider than I anticipated. Ball is played into Eden Hazard, who takes the quick shot, but Cech won't be fooled. David Luiz might beat him again from this corner, though. This time Cech opts to punch the ball away. Kante. Back to Willian, who hits a drive. I've got no words for goals like that. Contender for goal of the season already. And it's another game on Ultimate where we're going to go in 3 goals to the good at half time. What an unbelievable strike from Willian. I want to watch it from this angle. The technique was insane. That wasn't a timed shot. Look at the movement on that. It reminds me of the goal that Michael Essien scored against Arsenal at the Bridge many, many years ago. Icardi has lifted it over the top and Rudiger's in. Could be 4-0. What a save that was. What on earth is happening to Arsenal here? Why are we playing 5 extra minutes as well when only 2 were indicated? Corner comes in. Rudiger with a bullet header. Check with a save. Arsenal have just fallen to bits. We're in the 52nd minute now as well. Thanks, ref. The reason I'm so shocked is because I remember last year on Ultimate Team when squad battles... Oh, no. Arsenal coming forward. Great save, Arrizabalaga. That is superb. But the reason I'm so surprised is I remember playing squad battles last year when they first come out on Ultimate difficulty, and it was near impossible to get a win. If I won 1-0, I was absolutely delighted. I'm just going to strike that with Icardi. No idea why. But yeah, and it was so impossible to keep possession. But it seems as though Arsenal were very competitive for the first 30 minutes, but every time I score, the other team just seemed to capitulate and start passing me the ball like that. We'll give it back to him though. Ross Barkley. Looking for N'Golo Kante out wide. Eden Hazard. Down the wing. Oh, nice footwork from him. Gives it back to Alonso. Alonso drills the pass to Jorginho. Touch, finesse. Oh, it's magic. It's absolutely magic. Czech can't save a thing. It's Chelsea 4, Arsenal 0. We've still got 25 minutes to play. The placement on that shot was absolutely beautiful. He just opened his body up and whipped it into that far corner. Mkhitaryan with a good ball in. Kante, what you up to, lad? Let's just be real. Hazard sprays it. Here's Mesut Ozil. Chips the ball to the back stick. Arsenal coming forward. Lacazette looking to turn. Has turned. Plays it through. Mesut Ozil scores. It's a consolation goal. They need 3 more in the last 15 minutes. Disappointing to concede our first goal of the campaign. A clean sheet would have been great. But Ozil has pulled one back for Arsenal. It was this play on the edge of the box here from Lacazette. That turn done me. And we just lost our runner. Double change to be made. Premier League debut. Or it's not a Premier League debut actually, is it? But Callum Hudson-Odoi coming on for some first team action. And Wilfried Zaha as well. Just to freshen things up. And Odoi, we need to aid his development because he is such a promising young talent. Here he is on the ball. Berardi has got pace. What's happened to Arsenal? They've like kicked into gear now. Lacazette's header high and wide. But this is better. This is what I expected. Arsenal coming forward again. They've got themselves a corner. It's driven to the edge of the box. Zaha helps the ball clear. Cardi won't win it. We're backed up in our own box. Hudson-Odoi challenging well. The shot comes in from Torreira. It trickles wide. Again, Arsenal coming forward. Ozil to Lacazette. Good understanding between those two today. Lacazette hits one. Good save by Arrizabalaga. Ozil's not going to settle for the corner. He lays the ball back. Monreal. Don't know what's been given here. Free kick to Arsenal, maybe? That's what the ref signalled for. Now they're chucking Aubameyang into the mix. Got a chance to whip this into the box. They do that. David Luiz needs to win that, and he has. The lines are not cleared, though. Here is Monreal. Nice little ball inside. Hudson-Odoi was aware of it, though. And now, at the other end, we can go forward with Willian, who's on a hat-trick, of course. Got Icardi up there with him. Kind of want to draw all the defenders to me. We'll find Icardi. Icardi will be looking for another goal. It's deflected. Lacazette plays it forward. Aubameyang. Oh, lovely little 1-2. We're outnumbered. The man on the left-hand side, Jorginho. Crucial interception. Icardi can't win it up top. Here's Monreal. Lacazette. Granit Xhaka. This is unbelievable play from Arsenal. Could be through on goal. Arrizabalaga comes out. Knew nothing about it, really. Ball just hit him. Little collision there. Which was... What is he doing? He's made the save. Don't worry about it, mate. Just get up. Brilliant replay. Brilliant. Chance for them to put another goal back then. Lacazette heads it down. El Nene, great move. Volley comes in. It's going to be another Arsenal corner. Really piling on the pressure now, but it's just too little too late. Where was this Arsenal side in the opening 45 minutes? Header comes in. It goes wide. Referee brings the game to a close. 100% record continues. We're only 2 games in. Let's not get carried away. But it's another brilliant display. And Willian's goal. So we've got an email to show that Burnley are going in for Belotti. What an absolute coup for them that would be. 35.4 million. Obviously, we've bought Icardi, so Belotti no longer on our radar. good luck to Burnley in trying to make that signing. But a perfect start, 2 out of 2. Incredible goal difference for us as well. You can see it there, 8 goals scored, 1 conceded, which is really annoying because City haven't conceded any. The team struggling down at the bottom are Arsenal. No points from their opening 2 games. Cardiff and Huddersfield, the only other teams not to pick up a point from the opening weekend. Liverpool and Palace both only played 1 game each. So Liverpool can move on to 4 points. But it's far too early to start evaluating the league table as you see it there. But guys, thank you so much for your support on this series so far. The channel has been growing immensely. We've just surpassed 25,000 subscribers. And I cannot tell you how grateful I am for your support. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But that's going to bring this one to a close, guys. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you in the next one.